Hello, my friends. Today is Saturday, and my husband is actually working this Saturday, and I am getting some batch filming done. And the other thing I want to do today is to try to get this house in tip-top shape before tomorrow, which is Sunday. And for us, Sunday is our day of worship. And one of the things that I really wanted to try and do this year was to make Sundays set apart, which is the whole meaning of Sabbath. Well, Sabbath is 6 days, but yeah. Anyway, all of that to say, I am also having a lot of cleaning that I want to get done. And I was like, you know what? These videos are very encouraging, inspiring, and you know what? Why don't I take y'all along with me? So, first things first, I'm doing what I normally don't do. Today is my 7-year-old's day to do the kitchen, and typically I like to start from the top and work my way down. And now that I'm talking to you about it, I'm like, why am I not doing that at all? So, I just did a huge sweep because I was going to give my 4-year-old the task to mop, but I'm actually not. My daughter did breakfast dishes. We need some work on that. Anyway, she did that. I'm trying to get, basically what I'm trying to do today is I'm trying to get everything in tip-top shape, because what I want to do is I want to start implementing Freedom Mom's chore systems. And Freedom Mom's is actually here on YouTube, and I will leave her channel link down below. And she has these courses that really help moms kind of get into good habits with their homekeeping and their children with their housekeeping. And to be honest, I feel like in our new house, I really just haven't found a system that has worked the best for me yet. And when I came across those, I was like, oh, I really like how the system is set up. Ashley is a mom of 10, and a lot of it reminds me kind of how we were brought up. But I don't have to do all the work. Like, she's done all the work for me. And so all I need to do is just start implementing things. That's another, that is work there in and of itself. But I can focus on my jobs, and then I can focus on this job of raising my children up, and all of this. So, all of that to say, today's video is really just to get the house in a management mode. Okay, so that is really what I'm doing in the kitchen today. I'm just trying to get everything done to the best so that as we start tomorrow off on a good foot, because it's our holy day, and then we can just have all these systems in place. I'll show you what the SOPs kind of look like and where I'm going to put them so that the kids can see the expectations I have in doing it. And they're very easy to go at expectations. And then she has what she calls anchor chores, and we're going to kind of get into that and phasing in chores and then so on and so forth. I'm not going to follow her system to the T. So she has one kid that's on bathroom until that's complete. What I do have is, my system is that I have 5 kids right now. Before the first of the year, so about 3 weeks ago, we changed from my daughter doing it 2 days a week, my son doing it 2 days a week, and then the next 2 I was switching out 1 day with this kid and 1 day with that kid. And then the 2 youngest need a lot of work. And so my oldest, she's really good at the kitchen. I was like, okay, you can do this. You have graduated into doing it 1 day a week, and that is Sunday. Which was my husband and my day in the past. We kind of would just be like, okay, I'm going to take over, it needs to be done. Or he would be like, okay, you go start on your work, I'm going to do it. And we would just kind of tag team it. But now with him being in school, and he's just really, it's really hard for him, and then me having extra work, it's just really hard for me. This was actually a really good time to kind of switch things up. So she has it on Sunday. Then the younger girl, my 7-year-old, has it on Monday, which is actually, since my eldest and the youngest chore keeper are kind of back to back, that is working out really good because my daughter does it well, does it thorough, and so there's not extra stuff for my 7-year-old to kind of jump into and kind of pick up. So that is actually working out really well. She kind of wakes up in the morning to see how the kitchen should be maintained. So that's what I hadn't done in the past. So I'm really glad that I did that. And she's, thing is, I probably should switch her with my 8-year-old son, because he should have extra practice. But he has been graduated to 2 days a week. So how this works is, on Sunday my eldest has it. On Monday my 7-year-old girl has it. Then my 12-year-old son has it on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. He's asked if he could have a day in between, and we're kind of talking about that. And then, so he has it the next 2 days, and then my 8-year-old son, which is the third kid in the lineup, has it the 2 days after that, and then the 7-year-old finishes out again. So she's kind of at opposite ends in a way. So that's how the kitchen works well for me. And then my daughter graduated, the eldest one graduated from doing kitchens twice a week to doing it once a week. And then she has deep clean bathroom once a week. And that's been so helpful. Just with me trying to get everything done, the meals and whatnot. And I want to address this. I don't think there will be any comments about this, but I want to address this. I am a firm believer in kids learning chores. I'm not on my butt all day. Trust me, I'm constantly cleaning. There's other things that just don't get done that now I have time to do, like the windows and the laundry and other things within the house that just need some tidying up. I can go over and kind of meal prep ahead so that we're not just having convenience foods. I can kind of focus a little bit more on more nutritional meals. And that's kind of the whole goal behind here. And then I have raised kids that can take care of their own households. So there's plenty of time for them to play. There's plenty of time for them to do their schoolwork. I actually had one daughter say, hey mom, can I switch my school time into the afternoon so that the chores kind of flow better and some of the other things that I want to get done, and then I just have a big block in the afternoon to do the school that I want to do. So I'm okay with that. So I make things work, and that's the beauty of homeschooling, and it's the beauty of raising self-reliant kids. So I'm all for that, and it didn't kill me. With social media, you kind of get to see arguments, and it's so funny how people are so adamant about kids not doing chores, about teens not doing chores, and there was a whole discussion on Facebook of could your teen clean the whole house, and it was kind of like, yeah, but they shouldn't have to. And it's like, well, that wasn't the question. And number two, I could, and because of that, and because people knew that I could, I had jobs lined up. I never had to worry about getting jobs other than this fact of getting to the jobs, because, you know, 13-year-olds can't drive. But I was house cleaning by the time I was 9 for money. Or I don't think I was that young. I was probably between 10 and 12. Between 10 and 12, I was house cleaning for a family. Me and my sister would go in, and that's why I'm raising kids that can do chores and take care of their own homes. And if they learn how to balance the chores with the schoolwork and some of the other things, then they're going to learn how to adult that way. Because if I just have the idea of, well, you need to keep up with your schoolwork, so I'm not going to give you the chores, well, that doesn't help them in real life. Then they're going to get home from work and be like, I don't have time to do all this. Well, you kind of learn to plan, and you learn how to do things. Like my eldest said, hey, can I switch my school into the afternoon, because then I have a better flow of my day. That works. She figured out something that needed to work for her, and she came up with it. That is why I have schools. or that is why I have systems in place, and that's why I have the kids learn how to do chores. I don't make all this mess. They don't make all the mess. We all work together. It's called being a family. I will step off my soapbox now. After all of that, I'm going to set you up on the table. Well, I really don't like, I don't like that view of my backside for you. My husband just texted me. He's like, hey, why don't you take the kids for a walk and just let the house sit for a bit? I have such a good man. Thankfully, I already did that. So, I'm gonna kind of start, let me kind of show you what we're looking at here. That might be the best thing to do. Hi, sweetheart. Hi. I have a kitchen here. Like some of the stuff, like the cast iron pan is really hard even for me to pick up and clean. I won't expect my 7-year-old to do that. And then a lot of this is just access. These are the dishes that she did. So they are still drying because she just finished that not too long ago. I have seen many people reuse these. These, I got a whole 12 pack for $1 at the Amish salvage store, and they weren't expired. I was so excited about that. But now I have these cute little jars that I've seen stuff on Pinterest done with them. But what do you do? I mean, I want to reuse them in the way that is, not just something cutesy, something practical. So, leave me below your comments. I have all of these reusable muffin liners. These are amazing. These are silicone. Woo! I got them on Amazon. Best thing I bought last year with my birthday money, I swear. So we do have some things that need to be done, but I'm going to focus right now on getting this counter cleaned off. I have stuff prepped for meals that I want to prep ahead. And then I need to take care of this counter. I need to take care of this table. All of the chairs are over here so that I can mop the floor. And it already looks like after all the sweeping, I had a little one cut up a ton of paper. I have gotten 2 loads of laundry washed. And while I clean the kitchen, I'm actually going to let all the kids put some fun music on, and they can fold all of the laundry. And that is really what I'm just going to be focusing on now. So if you like Clean With Me, I'll try to find some fun motivational music to put with this. I am a old-fashioned chick, so a lot of the stuff with the guitar and the drums are not my kind of cup of tea, but I do want to find some peppy music that's not, you know, classical. So let's see what we come up with. And yeah, let's do this, ladies. Let's have some good homemaking skills going on. Dum dum da da dum dum. Ow. Oh, I'm blue again. I wish YouTube would put big band on its options for music. I love a good big band. All right, let's get this cleaned up, y'all. Ba ba da ba ba. pretty Emma here.
I got it.
What are you doing?
Writing stuff.
Writing stuff?
School.
Chores. I saw the chores.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think that stuff is yours, except for there's a receipt that could just go in the trash, but I don't know what that is. Dishcloth. Anyway, here's what we're looking at. Got some meal prep getting ready to go on here. Clean up. We reuse these for drinking water bottles, so I have that. And then all I need left to do is just mop this front half of the floor, and then I get to make it all messy again by trying to get ahead with some meal prep. Okay. Happy where the kitchen is. But now I really want to get going on the meal preps going on, especially like breakfast, because I don't do well in the morning. Like I'm not a morning person, so I like to prep breakfast ahead, and then when I have babysitting, it's good for me to have somewhat of the lunches done. So some of the things that I'm going to do to meal prep my breakfast this week. I made a batch of muffins for a mama in our church. She just had an emergency C-section. I have a little bit of muffins left. Tomorrow is Sunday. I have muffins and yogurt. So we have breakfast quick and easy to get out the door for tomorrow. And then for Monday, we are supposed to do, I missed a spot on the counters. For Monday, which will be the 25th, we're supposed to have biscuits and sausage sandwiches. So I'm going to get the sausage defrosting now, and I'm going to try to get those biscuits done. One of you lovely ladies sent me this in a love box. And so I'm actually going to do something different. On Monday, this would have been something that I could monitor maybe like on a Tuesday or Thursday. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays I babysit, and it's not the best. We need to be eaten and done by the time they get here. So these days especially are really good to have breakfast already done for kids to get up and just eat and go. So I'm actually going to give this I'm actually going to do this now with my 4-year-old. We're actually going to make this together, and that'll be good to do that. I have potatoes here. These were 5-pound bags of potatoes that Walmart had marked down to $1.88, and I'm realizing why. I think they're still from Thanksgiving. I think they just had a huge shipment from Thanksgiving, because we're finding a lot that are kind of rotting already. So I want to make sure that we're just cooking those up. So other meals that we're supposed to have this week are masa cereal, and I think instead of that, again, I'm just learning that the masa cereal is just not the best thing for me first thing in the morning. It's on a Tuesday, which definitely is helpful, but I think instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch it out and use these potatoes up. So I'm actually going to cook the potatoes now, and then I'm just going to put them in a container, and then all we have to do is reheat them up with some scrambled eggs. I personally like some bell pepper with mine, but I know not all the kids do, and they really like that meal. So if I can get the potatoes done, that'll save me about 40 minutes later on. And then the other thing that we have is an egg bake, muffins and yogurt, and an oatmeal. I'm going to do an oatmeal bake because I have an apple that wasn't finished, and I have an apple that has some soft spots in it. So I'm going to make a oatmeal bake, put that in the fridge, and an egg bake, I can get that going, and then that should really help for this week. And then the muffins, I wanted to do applesauce muffins. I have a little bit of homemade applesauce left, but there's not enough for the applesauce muffins, unfortunately. And I don't have any other applesauce here, I don't think. No. So I gotta figure out what kind of muffins I'm gonna make. I checked my bananas. I don't even have good bananas enough for muffins. I might switch that out for pancakes. I have a pancake mix that I want to use up and get that all out. It's one that I bought when my family was going to be here, and I think that's what I'll do. I think I'll just have that. Let's see, what day would we do that? What day is muffins and yogurt is on Wednesday? Yeah, so it should be better if I get that done ahead of time. Okay, all this blah 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 blah. Let's get going here. It's amazing to me how you can take 45 minutes, an hour of cleaning, and with a few editing buttons, get it down to what, 8 minutes, I think is what I usually average. Okay, so I think I'm gonna get the oatmeal bake ready and in the oven first, and then while that is, cooking, then I will work with this with my son, and then when that is ready to get out, I can bring the oven heat higher and get the biscuits in. It doesn't take that long to put this together.
I'm not choosing Phantom of the Opera. I'll save you guys the disgusting cigarette. Go eat it, John. Put it back in.
Can I see it?
What is that?
Can I see it?
No. Okay. I'm not going to do that. I'm just gonna do this, Jenny, okay? Alright, you can get down and go put that away. I do. Wait, what do you got?
But it's not that hard.
Keep going. Okay, the battery and my card ran out in the middle of this. So here are the potatoes. I'm glad I cooked a little bit more than I thought we would need because I have a stinking feeling kids are going to snitch from this. There is that there. Like this one. She's gonna snitch. I can see it in her eyes. Anyway, This is almost done, and then we can put this in a container and get that going. This is my lid. It is very hot. This is my lid until 7 minutes are up, and then I can take out the baked oatmeal, turn up the heat, put that in. I'm not sure how awkward this is. Very awkward. So the next thing I'm going to do, I've got 3 potatoes left and I kind of need to go through them because I don't think they're going to be good. The next thing I'm going to do is actually it is 4 o'clock. I'm going to get dinner going because what usually happens is I get so stuck in prepping food that dinner is late or I don't feel like making dinner. So the next thing I'm going to do is make dinner. multi-grain function or 20 minutes on high pressure, and I had put a whole stick of butter in there, so it is like, it turned out really well, as you can imagine.
But the little ones were excited to have mushrooms too.
Okay, it is dinner time. I'm sharing with you what we're having for dinner tonight. And I have made this country living chicken lemon soup. If I can find it, I'll leave it linked down below for you. I've had it in my recipe book forever. And so all this has with it is just some chicken broth, all these things. Oh, that's what I was trying to, I'm supposed to be saying something and I can't remember what. This is supposed to have orzo in it, but I just use rice. And instead of fresh spinach, I just use a whole bag of frozen spinach, extra veggies for us. And we are going to serve this with some homemade copycat, what are they called? Homemade copycat Red Lobster biscuits. And so that's going to be what's for dinner. Okay, let's have a check-in. It has been about, I started this at about 2 o'clock. It is now 6 o'clock and that includes cleaning. What I have accomplished is I have made some taco seasoning that I can put aside for later. I've been texting people all day. Some of you even watch my channel. I have made the soup. There's plenty here that there may be enough for lunch tomorrow. I don't know. Some black beans soaking. I made taco meat for the taco casserole. I have all the sausages done for breakfast this week. I have a pizza casserole in the freezer. Pizza casserole is not on the menu this week. But kind of a similar situation to what we have here, and this is also something that Ashley talks about in her Freedom Moms course, and it's to have an emergency casserole in the freezer. And boy, would that have been handy today, after I got a call yesterday from a mama saying, hey, we have a mama in like church community fellowship. She's up a little bit ways, so I've never actually met her. But she said, we have a mama that had an emergency C-section. Do you want to contribute? And I was like, yes. I couldn't do anything yesterday because the babysitting took so long, and then I was trying to catch up with the rest of life, and I woke up today and I was like, oh shoot. So I have an emergency casserole in the oven. Cool thing was they needed to be gluten-free, and because of one of your kindness, the brownie mix I was so looking forward to having, God was like, you know, I have another purpose for it, because I didn't have anything else as a baked goodie to really make for her. And that was actually something specifically they requested, can you make a dessert? We're putting stuff together for her. So, because of one of you, I was able to do that for this mama that had this emergency C-section. So, yeah. I now have my emergency casserole in the freezer all prepped. This has olives. I added more to it. I'll leave the recipe link down below. Like anything that I can find, I'm going to leave a link down below for you. But this has gluten-free pasta noodles, some olives, mushrooms, and onion to kind of give it a little more flavor. And then I think you saw me doing it, the pasta sauce. I had a couple extra jars of just little bits of salsa, so I threw them in too. And I might have snitched a little corner there just to kind of see if it tastes good, and it's so good. So I got that done, and then we have another batch of biscuits out in the hidden in the other fridge. I have a batch of rice that's all done. I've been keeping up with the dishes so that my 6-year-old doesn't have to do that. And let me just kind of see what the rest of the night's gonna look like. I have some apples that I'm gonna make some apple butter with my husband. We're gonna watch probably Murder, She Wrote, that's our thing. And peel apples and do stuff for apple butter. Tomorrow we're supposed to have shepherd's pie for dinner, so I need to cook all this brown this meat up. That's why I pulled it out, but then I was like, you know, shepherd's pie is really good with sausage. It's really good with sausage rather than the ground turkey, so I have that actually out for the shepherd's pie, but this has a hole in it, so it needs to get cooked up now. So what I'm thinking for that is I'm actually thinking of prepping ahead another meal. I know, it's so random, but honestly those things in the freezer just are so helpful. I'm gonna do from the Trim Healthy Mama cookbook, I'm gonna do their loaded Philly cheese meatloaf. I love that recipe and I haven't made it in a long time, so I'm gonna make that. I have some chicken shredded. What I did was I cooked that whole thing of chicken in this chicken soup, because you just lay in the chicken breast in there, and then you once it's done cooking, you take it out and you shred it. So it only needed 3 chicken chests, and I cooked all 4. I shredded it, and then I put half back into the soup, and there's plenty of chicken in there. And then I have chicken for another meal, and another meal that we're supposed to have this week is chicken tetrazzini. And I also have pulled up on my phone a way to make my own cream of chicken soup for that. And I have all of those bell peppers that I picked up for $1 a piece, so I'm super excited about that. Really want to get that done. Okay, I want to talk about this rice for a minute. You saw me, I'm balancing how many, I know, we're gonna go. The rice that I used is the just long grain Walmart brand. I normally buy the basmati, but I did it this time, and it's like more mushy. It's not a really good, it's not really good. Let me see if I can show you. It looks like it had too much water into it. It's just more, it's just mushing more. So I really like the basmati, and that's one reason why. No, I don't rinse my rice, and honestly, I don't do it with the basmati either, and it turns out just fine. So that was kind of a bummer. I think that's it. I have some sausage links that I want to cook up and prep for breakfast or for lunch. This rice, I'm going to set aside some for lunch, and then because tomorrow we're supposed to have sausage and rice. And then jambalaya is this week, that's why I did that. We're supposed to do a little pizza. Ow! My sciatic is killing me. we're supposed to do little pizzas this week. And I picked up, and you'll see this, I don't know when you'll see this, but today, oh, and my daughter made a pie, a Jello pudding pie. We picked up these at Walmart for $1 a piece. They're gluten-free tortilla wraps, and I'm thinking those will be really good for pizzas. So, I might do that. What else? Minestrone soup, which is, we've got brown meat in the thing. Y'all, I'm gonna have to just turn this off. Oh, that's why I'm like, what? I'm supposed to be saying something? I don't know. So last week we had a ton of chicken because I had a 5-pound thing of chicken that I bought. I think you might have seen that video, but if not, it's coming. I had 5 pounds of chicken that I cooked up, and it was to see how many meals of chicken we could do. And because I did that, I have stuff that we didn't eat that week that I kind of want to put into the rotation. So, like I didn't do the 1-pan lemon chicken and rice, and that is a family favorite, but I don't know if I have enough lemons. So I may not be able to do that. I can do, and I didn't get the rice business. We could do that one for sure. That actually might be good after all this chicken, actually. So I didn't do that. And some other things, you know, I'm gonna get off my feet for a bit because I'm dying. My sciatic is killing me. So I'll keep you updated on what's going on. Okay, I have a lot to catch you up on. First of all, I don't think I got that second half of the freezer meal prep batch going. But I did make a list of all the things that I did get accomplished. And what happened was my husband ended up helping me with the second half of the evening after the kids went to bed and I finished. So I have a list of actually what I accomplished. So I got a batch of chicken tetrazzini done. I used the Money Saving Mom, and I made my own cream of chicken for that. So I made a homemade cream of chicken soup, and then I made a batch of the chicken tetrazzini, so it was completely gluten-free. And then that's just sitting in the freezer. I won't need that until Saturday. And then I did the baked oatmeal that you saw. I did 2 batches of biscuits, one for dinner that night, and then one we had today for breakfast. And then I did the sausage patties. Again, we use them for breakfast. I made a batch of the Italian sausage, so like the dinner sausages, and that was going to be for yesterday for lunch. We were going to do sausage and rice or sausage and like noodles, but I had enough of the chicken soup that I had made, the lemony chicken soup that we had those biscuits with. I had enough of that, so I just had it for lunch the next day, which turned out superb because yesterday I had a migraine, and then later on that day I figured out why I was having a migraine. Lovely. And then also what else did I do? My husband made me a batch. He like peeled and cored all the apples for apple butter while I was working on everything else, and we had a Jessica Fletcher going on. Love that lady. I love Murder, She Wrote. So we were watching that, and that was another reason why it was really hard to kind of like place the camera because stuff. Anyway, I had a batch of black beans done, so I separated it, put some in the, actually I put both in the freezer because when I will need my one batch of black beans is for the 1-pot chicken burrito bowl that isn't until Thursday, so I just put them in there in the freezer for now. I made a shepherd's pie that we had last night for dinner, and unfortunately I didn't get any of it filmed. I used sausage instead of ground turkey or ground beef, and it was so good. There wasn't a drop left. I think I scraped what I could together for my husband to take to work today. I had a pizza casserole that you saw. I did a taco casserole that we're going to have tonight for dinner. And then I made some fried potatoes. I think I'm going to call that a success. So here is me closing this out the next day. Actually 2 days later, because yesterday was not me. It was not my day. So I wanted to close it out. Thank you so much for coming along with me. I know there is a ton of footage. I had to keep like emptying my card out. So there's a ton of footage that you'll see. You just won't get to see everything. I did get a quick picture of it all. But yeah, so thank you for watching this video, and I hope it's motivational and inspiring and all that kind of stuff for you. And go ahead and tackle your own. And it's already Monday, and I'm just already feeling so glad that I did what I did this week for the meal prep, because if worst comes to worst and it just is a really bad day one day this week, I have that pizza casserole already prepped for me. So kudos to the Freedom Moms for that idea, and I hope to do this kind of more often, just to kind of, again, really being prepped ahead for the week is so beneficial to me and to our family.
I might be able to.
So I will see you next time. If you like these videos, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment down below if you did enjoy it, and what kind of things that you think that I should put in the freezer as well. Let's just have a conversation down in the comments below. I appreciate those, and I love you all, and I will see you in the next one.